If you have ever felt bored, living a life that has become dull, the best way to change that is to visit places that fill you with adrenaline, emotion and make your life change forever. But before we start, we have a warning. If you make the decision to visit some places and break your boring routine, this is the list of places you should not visit at all. They are beautiful, quirky and, above all, the deadliest places in the world. But before that, subscribe to the channel and like the video. Heard Island. At first glance this island may seem just a beautiful and mysterious place. It is a place worthy of receiving tourists every day and is located between Australia and Antarctica. It's not every day that you get the chance to see a frozen island up close, surrounded by fog and with a mountain that reaches the clouds. Sounds like a great spot to explore and take selfies, right? Wrong. Although this island belongs to Australia, it is 4,000 kilometers away, located in one of the most remote points on Earth. Its temperatures stay below 0 degrees Celsius all year round, and the reason humans are prohibited from stepping on its soil is that the island is dominated by an active volcano that rises 2,750 meters above sea level. In fact, Heard Island is one of the most dangerous places on Earth, and the possibility of fatality from these conditions is so high that all sorts of restrictions have been put in place by the Australian government to prevent visits. Snakes Island, Brazil. Back to wild nature, we now present an impossible place to visit and which is located in Brazil. The Island of the Big Burn, as it is known by the local people, is also called the Island of Snakes, a nickname that makes much more sense. The island is about 30 kilometers from the coast of the famous state of São Paulo with an area of 430,000 square meters and is the natural area that has the most snakes. All over planet Earth, this environment considered unsuitable for human life is special due to these dangerous snakes. Some studies estimate that there is one snake for every 5 square meters of area and another 2,000 animals that also live on the island. One way or another, it doesn't seem worth visiting this place even for the best snake charmer in the world. POVEGLIA, Italy. Despite being just 11 kilometers from the city of Venice, this island is far from having a romantic history like its neighbor in the past. This place served as a quarantine location for travelers who came with their vessels from all over the world. More than 100,000 people are believed to have died on the island and been infected by numerous diseases, most notably the bubonic plague. In addition, the small piece of land also housed a psychiatric hospital and an old people's home, but they were not treated with much care. These institutions carried out inhumane and very cruel research with their inmates. In 1975, the Italian government closed the island and put it up for auction in 2014, causing it to be sold for €513,000 to the Italian Luigi Di Bruno Amaro, mayor of Venice. To this day, they say that the haunted reputation continues. Rouge Zone, France. Known as the Zone Rouge or Red Zone in English, this forbidden area of French territory is actually made up of several small areas scattered throughout northeastern France that were cordoned off by the French government shortly after the First World War. The reason for the ban is that the areas were considered extremely compromised due to the actions of the war. Impossible to be inhabited or cultivated, even after attempts to clean up the old battlefields. Dangerous remnants remain in this region, causing it to be left behind to return to the wild. But how can war so definitively destroy these areas when in the First World War we didn't have atomic technology? The issue here is that in these locations there is a huge amount of human and animal remains, in addition to millions of abandoned ordnance items, including some that were not used, being potentially explosive or in a stage of decomposition contaminating the land. Gas cartridges, grenades, rusty ammunition, etc. There are still various types of waste polluting the soil with lead, mercury, chlorine, arsenic, hazardous gases and various types of acids. In addition, ammunition depots and chemical plants can be found everywhere. Despite the dangers and the difficulty of dealing with the area, this French forbidden zone is not completely abandoned. there are still few people around. Despite its regrets, the French agency is trying to maintain a careful pace of cleaning in the area. Because of arsenic contamination, 99% of all plant life was lost. Each year, tens of tons of unexploded shells are recovered and taken from there. But even so, it is estimated that it will take between 300 and 700 years for the area to be completely clean and risk-free.